Thinking about a cabin, RV, or rural living? You're not alone. 75% of Gen Z and Millennials would buy a tiny home, cabin, or rural property. Yet the hard truth from builders, realtors, and online communities is that 50 to 80% of people abandon the dream before they ever move in. I refuse to be one of them. After 4 progressive moves that finally landed me in my cabin in the woods, I discovered exactly why most people quit and how to make sure you don't. These are the 13 realities I had to master to turn my daydreaming sketch into my rural address. In 2021, roughly 200,000 Americans lived full-time in RVs. By year-end 2025, that number will top 486,000 and keep climbing. Another survey shows that 73% of Americans would consider a tiny home, a cabin, or a rural property. With 50 to 80% of people abandoning the dream of cabin living, I want to help you keep your dream alive. I discovered exactly why most people quit and how to make sure you don't. These are the 13 realities I had to master to turn my dream of cabin living into a successful reality. Bidding wars now happen in the woods. Multiple offers on raw land in northern Idaho and Tennessee are commonplace in 2025, notes Radiant Realty's latest rural land report. Start looking 12 to 18 months early and lock financing. Distance from family is bigger than the map shows. The biggest shock is realizing you now measure family visits in full vacation days instead of Sunday dinners, says full-time RVer Lynn Martin. Build that into your plan from day one. Moving companies ghost rural addresses. National firms often refuse gravel road deliveries and long distances from their base of operations, as little as 1 hour's drive away. Local companies in popular counties are booked 6 to 10 weeks out. Book early or rent a truck and entice friends to help you move with grilled steak and cabin vacations. Supplies cost more and take longer. Amazon Prime is a myth in many rural zip codes. You can still get your delivery, but it will not be fast. Quality contractors are scarce, and they choose their clients. During our cabin renovation, we had trouble getting contractors to return our calls because of our out-of-state number. Some assumed we were robocallers. Others thought we were cabiners living in the area only during peak season. These customers usually don't receive a call back until the contractor has extra time on their hands. Switching to a local number and including that we live in our cabin year-round resulted in faster service. The "not from around here" syndrome is real, but beatable. I haven't experienced this challenge in the Midwest, but the Mountain West and some places in the South were less welcoming to newcomers. Here are a few ways to overcome this challenge in time. Show up to town meetings, buy your coffee locally, be a good neighbor, and volunteer in your new community. Reputation compounds faster than you think. Jobs vanish unless you already have remote work. Secure income first. The beautiful view won't pay the bills. Isolation is the silent dream killer. I almost sold after the first February, one Redditor with 78,000 upvotes confessed. My advice is to schedule regular town trips and foster a few local friendships early by being a good friend and neighbor. I started the informal Northwoods Women Club. At first, it was the 2 of us, then 3, and now we are 6 members strong. Outdoor chores aren't optional. Everyone needs to know how to do all the jobs and use all of the equipment. Chores need to get done whether you're sick or well. If the power is out and the only person who knows the right wood for burning indoors versus outdoors is too ill to function, this could become an expensive problem. Too often, people moving into a cabin who are used to picking up the phone and getting a contractor within hours to a day are shocked to learn that it might take months for a repair or installation. Tools are your new best friends. Start buying quality tools now while you still have easy access to stores and YouTube tutorials with a decent internet connection. Disaster prep decides who thrives and who flees. During the 2021 Texas freeze, prepared neighbors helped unprepared neighbors, according to reports. Water, heat, and communications redundancy aren't paranoid. They're basic when you live in rural areas. 24/7 togetherness tests every relationship. Therapist Esther Perel has described the situation of sudden, full-time cohabitation in confined spaces as a petri dish moment that amplifies existing relationship dynamics and serves as a stress test. She noted that disasters generally operate as an accelerator in a relationship. Talk through conflict styles and alone time needs long before the moving truck arrives. First aid skills are non-negotiable. Rural ambulance response averages 18 to 60 minutes versus 7 to 8 in cities, per the National Rural Health Association. A solid trauma kit and training literally save lives. We take a deeper dive into solving these problems in the podcast episode on New Normal Big Life. Listen on Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and 10 Plus platforms. By mastering these 13 realities, you'll be ahead of the game and ready for the challenge of moving to a rural cabin, RV, country home, or cottage. We live the dream now because we treated these 13 realities as mandatory homework, not optional speed bumps. The silence, the stars, the freedom, it's all worth it, but only when you're prepared. The woods are waiting. Come prepared and stay.